All right, mic check, mic check. Let's go ahead and get on in here, shall we? Howdy, y'all. This is Wes, and oh, buddy. So, you know, things have happened in your life when you're trying to work at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, and you still have to go to work later that day. But here we are. Yeah. So I don't know what's up. We're just gonna hang out. Here, let me adjust this a little bit. You know, I put that up there so to hide chat. Just like, I don't care if people see what I say on here. It's more for randos in the chat, you know. But yeah, hi. How y'all doing? You having a good weekend? You know, I wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and try and get a little bit of work done, get a little bit of streaming. So we'll stream for like an hour or so and just kind of hang out. But yeah, it's gonna be a long day. So I wanted to say hi. You know, I missed everyone. I kept saying I was gonna stream this weekend, and then, you know, things happened and get some calls from some friends and got to go touch grass for a little bit. So it was definitely a weekend. That's really about all I can say. But you know, we've got some fun stuff coming up this week, and that I think is gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, I figured, you know what, why not go ahead and hop in here? They have started the moggletomes event. I think we're gonna find out here in like 2 seconds once I get this port done. But yeah, I was up all night just kind of, you know, catching up on my K-dramas, doing a little bit and doing a little bit here in the game, and just trying to work on a little bit of crafting. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and just do like a preliminary stream tonight. It's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of viewers or anything like that, but that's what the VOD's for, right? So so yeah, hi. Let's see here. My main problem with all of the crafting right now is I'm out of bag space. More than anything else. I need to clear out some of this, try and sell a few things. Just try and make back some of the money that I spent. You know, I bought my crafting accessories, my indicators accessories, so that sent me back like another million or so. Wasn't cheap. My melds are like all over the place. They're like not even remotely close to like the best melds or anything like that. So yeah, that's most of what I've been doing this weekend, is just trying to catch up, have, you know, some Netflix or something like that on the other screen. Just get a little bit done in the game to try and make some of that money. You know, but I figured, you know what, with the moggletomes and everything event coming up, let's go ahead, let's hop in here, let's have some fun. Yeah, so they're officially in the game now, which is nice. But let me catch up on some of my retainer things, and we'll go ahead and hop in here. But yeah, I figured we'd do a couple of dungeons. I know for sure I want to do the MSQ and maybe one run of Paradigm's Breach before we call it a night. I'm gonna attempt to try and get a little bit more sleep. You know, I'm on that old on 4 off 4 again. I don't know what the deal is. Like, for whatever reason, I just cannot get a full night's sleep. And so it's been the sleep for 4 hours, stay awake for 4 hours. I don't know what the deal is. Even when I have like a week off, right, from the real job, it's been a little touch and go, to say the least. Thankfully, you know, today's not going to be like a full shift or anything like that. It's like 6 hours or something like that, so I should be okay. So we'll just kind of wing it. Unfortunately, that does mean probably no streams tonight or anything like that. But I have downloaded Homestead Arcana, so I think that's going to be at least one of the things that we play this week. You know, I haven't opened the game to try and actually set it up with the Streamlabs and all of that, so I've got to do a little bit of work there. But I think we'll have some fun with it. It looks cute. You know, it looks like a $20 game, but it was on Game Pass. I'm like, you know what? I'm paying for this. I might as well get a little bit of use out of it. So we're gonna play that at some point this week, in addition to a little bit more Final Fantasy VII. You know, now that we're at the Gold Saucer, that's gonna be a whole thing. I am excited to do it though, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna have a good time on stream. It's been a long time since I've even been to like our Gold Saucer here. Actually, let me just go ahead and do that. I don't know why I poured it to my house. But yeah, so yeah, Homestead Arcana, it looks cute. I've said on stream before that I'm not huge on, you know, just like farming sim games, but I figured I probably want something kind of chill and kind of relaxed to stream at some point this week after working and everything. So that one seemed like a good choice. You know, I know nothing about the game. I really don't. I just know that like it's part farm sim, part dungeon crawler. I don't know. It's probably just like a cheaper Harvestella, which I am interested in playing, but I don't have the money to buy it right now, so we'll have to wait on that a little bit. But yeah, I thought maybe that would be kind of nice to hop in there. I'm sorry that I did not end up doing my guitar stream. You know, the thing with my guitar streams is like I really have to be in the mood for them, right? Because, you know, I have a certain standard for what we do here on the channel. And if I feel like I'm not going to be able to play up to snuff, like I don't, you know, my playing is garbage. You know, I'm very mid. But I want it to at least have some standards, right? So if I'm like, there's just no way that I'm going to be able to play up to my standards. The guitar streams are almost always one of those things that end up kind of like a guerrilla stream, just to like hang out and chat more than anything else. But yeah, you know, my friend called me over the other night. I haven't seen him in a couple of months, you know, my BFF. So we hung out, we had a campfire. It was nice and fun. And pretty exciting, but in June, we're going to go and see a soccer game. We're going to touch grass. And I think we both need it. I think we both need to get out of town. We've got some friends we're going with. And yeah, you know, I've never been to like an actual MLS game, so I'm pretty excited about it. And our team is just tearing it up this season. We're like brand new and everything. And apparently our park is just absolutely wild. So I'm pretty excited about it. It'll be something a little bit different than baseball, probably a little bit more, probably louder, I would assume. But I am really excited to see it. I need to shop online and see if I can get a jersey. Let's go ahead and say hello here. Here we go. Good old Praetorium. So I think this one is the one that gives us, what, 7 tomestones? Like, I know for sure that I want the Ibex mount, because I don't think I have that one yet. All of the others I'm pretty good on. I think I've got most of the other mounts so far, but I don't know about the Ibex. That one's the big maybe. I never really go for the big accessories, just because, like, you can't really see them. So yeah, I'll skip on whatever the necklace or the earring is and just go for the mounts and stuff. But that's kind of what I'm going for. But there were definitely a few things that I saw that I wanted. for sure when they release the list. So that's kind of what we're doing. We'll probably hop in here a couple times this week, try and get a few of these knocked out. I guess I should actually cast, huh? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's overnight, and apparently I missed the Aurora Borealis covering most of the states, so I'm really kind of salty about that. But we'll make do as best we can, right? But yeah, so the soccer game's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be sometime in June. They play every Saturday, so that'll be one of the weekends knocked out there. But yeah, it'll just be nice to get out. You know, going up to the Literary Award a week or so ago, that was the first time that I've been out of my hometown in probably 5 years. So it was just really nice to actually like be in a city around people again. So I'm really excited to do it again and just escape for a little bit. Like, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't really take vacations. Vacations are expensive. I don't really have anywhere that I can go. I don't have a vehicle to get there. So unless I'm visiting my friend out of state or something like that, then there's not really a whole lot of options for me to just really get out and relax. So I don't know if visiting the soccer stadium is what I would call relaxing, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll go out and party afterwards and have a little bit of fun that way. But yeah, it'll just be nice to not be such a gamer for a little bit. You know, I like doing this and I like having fun with y'all, but I do need vacations like anyone else, I guess. Here we go. All right. Thankfully, Praetorium, it's so much faster nowadays. It really, truly is. Like, you still have the big cutscene at the end. You have a little bit with Nero, but, like, this first portion is so fast compared to what it used to be. Basically just, like, 2 trash pulls, and then you're at the boss, right? So that's pretty exciting. Should go pretty fast. I'd almost rather have this than Porta de Kuma and Ultima. That fight just drags on, man. He's just such an HP sponge, and it's not like anything in there is particularly difficult, but it's still like a 15-minute, 10-15-minute fight. So yeah, this is definitely preferred, and it didn't really take us long to get in, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, it says a lot about my streaming hours when I try logging onto Balmung, and there's only 2 people in queue. Like, that's how you know you've chosen a weird-ass schedule to stream at. There ain't no one. There ain't no one around right now. Which hopefully will be good for the queue when we hop into the Alliance raid here in a little bit. Yeah, I think I am gonna do, hopefully, Puppet's Bunker. I'm gonna try Alliance raid first because I have a feeling that that's gonna be one of the roles anyways. But I need the tomestones anyways. I need the astronomy, I think is what it is. Some of the stuff that I need to buy for crafting is all astronomy. Like, I've switched over to buying to like trying to craft the stuff that people normally buy, right? So kind of the evergreen content, you know, the food is always good, and then like tinctures are always good. So I've tried my hand at crafting those. Hasn't been too bad so far. That's kind of nice. But I haven't taken a look at like the high end raid food yet. Maybe that would sell for a little bit higher, but I need to see like which one's the best. Let's go through, see whichever one's got the hearts by it, you know. But yeah, just I keep saying that I'm trying to make back all the money that I spent on leveling my crafters, and so far I've still just about broke even. It's not going so well. But that's what happens when you're on a huge data center like Crystal, I guess. Too much competition. But yeah, so aside from that, it was just a lot of just hanging out this weekend and just enjoying some time. I got a little bit more writing done. You know, I talked about it last stream about, you know, just kind of being inspired to write a little bit more and work on my next book. So I've gotten a little bit more knocked out of that. It feels good. It feels good to accomplish some things and just try and do a little bit and try and do a little bit at a time. You know, those baby steps. But it's going to be fun. I've kind of been bouncing ideas off of my co-workers since obviously we work in a bookstore. So they've been pretty helpful, and it seems like the interest is there on this next book. It's just a matter of actually sitting down to write it. You know, my problem is, I don't know. I think I've got adult ADHD because I have such a hard time focusing. Like well beyond like, oh, this is just normal procrastination. Like it truly is like hard for me to focus long enough to do things, right? Talking with my buddy about this around the campfire, and yeah, I think that's kind of the case, and he was kind of giving me some tips and just trying to help me work through it, I guess, a little bit. Like the motivation is there. It's the actual physical act of sitting down to do it. That's the tricky part, right? Like, I'll sit down, I'll look at the page, and it's like, oh, this isn't working. And it does apply to the streams and stuff too, so yeah, that could be a little bit of what's going on with the schedule, right? But yeah, it's definitely like I just get too easily distracted and just don't want to do anything but watch Netflix or something like that, right? But I did watch another really good K-drama, The Uncanny Counter. I binged that in like 2 days. Man, it was really good. I knew nothing about it going in. It was just like suggested on Netflix. And I started watching like, oh man, this is like a lot of my favorite Korean actors in it. So yeah, it's fantastic. I guess it's based off a webtoon. I think I talked about it briefly the last time, but I did finish it. And definitely up there as one of my favorite shows on Netflix right now. So give it a shot if you get the chance. It's about a guy that works at a noodle shop who becomes a demon hunter by night, essentially, right? But it's not super campy. Like I was talking about Korean Odyssey, right? And it's a little bit too campy for me at certain points, right? A little bit too sitcom-y. But this one, like, it's got the political intrigue, it's got the drama, and given the actors that are in it, it doesn't really surprise me at all. Like, I don't know if I've talked about Alchemy of Souls a billion times here on the stream, but I don't know if you guys have watched or not. But the guy that plays Park Jin, like, one of my favorite actors from the show is one of the counters. He's one of the demon hunters. And usually, from what I've seen, like, he does fantasy stuff fairly frequently, but it's always got to have, like, a dramatic edge to it, you know? So yeah, there's some, like, fantasy fights and everything, but it's more about, like, uncovering this political plot that's going on around this demon that they're hunting, right? And all of, like, the non-demon people that are involved with it and all their scheming. So yeah, it's definitely got the drama in it. Believe it or not that much romance. Like, it's kind of there, but not really. But yeah, it's just got everything that I like in a K-drama. A little bit of action, a little bit of romance, a little bit of comedy, and a lot of drama. So yeah, highly recommend it. That's basically what I was doing all weekend, was binge watching that. I apologize for not coming in to say hello at some point. Yeah, my buddy called me on Friday. I'm just like, oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a one of those weekends, isn't it? It's nice to be back. It's nice to do a little bit here on stream, even if it's just, you know, Final Fantasy XIV. It's nothing new or exciting, but you know, get a little bit of progress done and hang out, because I do miss you guys. I do. I know that my streaming schedule is kind of all over the place, but I like coming in here and hanging out and seeing what you guys say in the chats afterwards, and what you guys are watching in the VODs. Which, speaking of, if you enjoy the channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. There's your call to action. That's all you get today. I'm too out of it to really do any more marketing at this point. You got the VTuber hashtags. That's about all you're getting today, right? But I think most of it's just me trying to stave off work. Like, I don't know, man. Like, when I'm on this on 4 off 4 schedule, right? This weird sleep schedule, I just feel like garbage. You know, like, I'm getting enough sleep to get by. Like, that's not the problem. But it's just, you still kind of wake up tired, and you know that you've got other things that you've got to do. So it's like you feel like you don't have enough time to get it all done. And then you also need more sleep to make sure you can get through the stuff that you do have to do later in the day. Like, it's not a problem as much when it's just me, right? But when you gotta go to the normie job in the morning, it's a little bit different, right? You guys know how it is. It's like you work 7 hours from now. That means you can't get anything else done the rest of the day, right? Like, your whole day's taken up, even though it's half a day away. That's how it feels. It really is. All right, here we go, Nero. There was so much that I wanted to get done this weekend, but it's just like, man, when am I gonna have the time? I really wanted to go see Evil Dead Rise. Didn't get a chance to do that. I've got so many movies I still haven't seen the D&D movie, and that one's definitely high up on the list. So I guess that one's just gonna have to wait until it's streaming. But I do like Evil Dead. You know, I've mentioned a billion times that I'm not very good at horror. But for some reason, I really don't mind the horror and the gore of the Evil Dead franchise. I think it's just because that's kind of what I watched a lot in high school. Like, we would have parties watching Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2 and that kind of thing among our friend group. So, even though I know it's not like the campy Bruce Campbell Evil Dead, like it's kind of the gritty remake, I think I'd still like it, because I really liked the first one in the remake, the one with Jane Levy. So yeah, that's I might see it sometime this week. Maybe go on one of those $6 nights for students or whatever. Even though I'm not a student, I've still got my ID. They don't know. I just go on Fandango. They don't check. Beat the system, man. Haven't seen Mario yet. I don't know. I was just never like a big Mario fan. Even playing the Mario games was never like my thing. I was always the Sega kid, right? So the Sonic movie was way more up my alley, and I did enjoy both Sonic movies. Brings back some terrible and secretive memories of my OC back in the day. way back in the old Sonic RP days. Still remember. I mean, you know how guys are when we're teens and we're starting to learn things about ourselves. Like, I used to draw a lot, right? I was never good at drawing. I basically like opened the Sonic comics and like I didn't trace it, but I would try to copy certain panels or whatnot, which I guess is pretty common for a lot of beginning artists. I kind of wish I'd kept up with it, right? But yeah, I started drawing Sally Acorn in ways that I probably that would frighten and horrify me nowadays, or make me feel other things that we can't discuss on stream. Because you always remember your first girl, right? You always remember. But then here's where it gets really bad. My mom found them. She found some of these drawings. Yeah, they're just like 8.5 by 11 sheets of printer paper, right, that I'm drawing on, just like sketching. But she was one of those nosy moms that would go through my room to make sure I wasn't doing anything illicit. It's that kind of household. explains a lot about my concepts of family nowadays, right? Yeah, she found them. I didn't know she found them until I kind of returned the favor and started going through her drawers, trying to find a few things. I was like, wait a second, that's my drawing. She's probably got some thoughts about this that she doesn't even want to know what to think. So, hey, Mom. Congrats on knowing more about your son than you really wanted to. I guess maybe that was, in some ways, its own revenge, right? Like, congrats, Mom. You went through my room without my permission. Whatever you find there is your own responsibility at this point. No, I was not. I was never, like, I grew up on the Archie comics, right? Like, I played the games, and I like the games, but like for me, it was all about the Archie. Like, I bought the new Archie comic every month. That we would go to our grocery store, and they had the comics rack there, and I was like, oh, new Sonic, I don't have this one yet. So I was never big like Amy Rose fan. Right, she was like the enemy. I was like, this is Sonic is meant to be with Sally. That's just how things are. So yeah, Sally was kind of the beginning of a lot of cursed knowledge about the internet back in those days. It still carries forward today. All right, Deathclaw, I can't forget you. All right, get out of here. We got it. We got it. If only they knew what I was up to now. Yeah, that's a scary thought. I'm definitely please, if I ever disappear on stream, please find some way to delete my search history. You know, you gotta follow the protocols. Do the old private private browser, but you never know. You just don't know. Here we go. Thank God that, like, My Little Pony was after my time. That would have been trouble. But the weird part is, like, I don't consider myself a furry. Not really. I don't have a fursona or anything. I had a Sonic OC, which I guess kind of counts, but I haven't talked about that in years. All right, but like, yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a furry. But that doesn't mean I can't appreciate certain avenues of Twitter every now and then. Oh, all right, we're almost there. Now we get the old HP Sponge Gaius coming up. This should be fun. I can't really think of like anything else that was like cursed that they found. I guess there was the one time back when the character that I used to compare myself to was Raceland from Dragonlance. I was that kid in high school, right? Oh, you don't know the beauty of evil. You don't know the power of the darkness, right? Like wearing bowling shirts with flames up the side, and I got long hair and everything, right? But I used to like write in my journal as my Sonic OC and like the things that I was doing, right? Like, I'm turning into a hedgehog, right? And they did find that journal, but thankfully that one wasn't quite as embarrassing because I think they thought it was just like creative writing, and that's something I can still pass off today because, well, that's my degree. So I have that shield, so to speak. But yeah, that was I think that was the reason I moved 1,500 miles away from them the first chance that I could, right? And yet somehow I'm back. Somehow I'm back. But thankfully they've learned their lesson not to talk about certain things with me and give me privacy and that kind of thing. It turns out that when your son moves halfway across the country to get away from you, kind of makes a point, right? All right. Do you believe in Eorzea? I believe in Eorzea. I try to believe in Eorzea. Probably be making more money if I was in Eorzea than I am here. Granted, it would be doing very different things. I am on Bolmon. Leave that to what you will. Let's say my ults know how to my ults know how to get that bag. It's been a while though. It has been a while, and the thing is, like, my last alt that I made, I was making a lot of good friends. You know, I was having a good time in the RP community and seeing some familiar faces, but I haven't touched her in probably 2 or 3 months. I hope they're not worried about me, wondering what in the world happened. Because yeah, I just like dropped out like a stone. I don't know, it's just one of those things. You get in certain moods and you're like, yeah, let's do this. And then once you're done, you're just like, all right, I'm good. I mean, I won't confirm or deny that people bought me a few million worth of glams for that character. But let's say that I know about how those deals go down, right? All right. I'm excited to do Paradigm's Reach again. You know, the thing with the Alliance raid this round, I really love the new raids, but they're still kind of overtuned, I think, for being old content at this point. Like, nothing in there is particularly hard, but everything's just kind of like HP sponges, right? Like, they just take forever to kill. Even when you're like pumping out the DPS, it just takes too long. So we'll see how it goes. And who knows, I might not even get one of the new raids for my Alliance roulette. I have to imagine that everyone that's up this time of day are like me. We're the grognards that want to get this done, right? But who knows, you know? I could end up getting Labyrinth of the Ancients again. God help me. I've been getting World of Darkness more than anything else, which is kind of annoying. Like, I don't mind World of Darkness, but it does take a little bit longer. Like, if you're gonna stick me in one of the Circus Tower raids, at least just stick me in Circus Tower, right? Like, if this is supposed to be our fate, give me a little bit of leeway, man. Like, just get it over with. You'll know. It's gone SSJ. I'm excited about whatever content he's got coming up for 6.4. Some of those screenshots had me pretty intrigued. I like Gaius. I know that there's really two camps. It's like, oh, Gaius is a good character. He's interesting. He has progress. And then there's the other camps that are like, no, everything he's done is unforgivable. Right? I'm more in the first camp. Like, I see where the second camp is coming from. But at the same time, it's also a video game, and I like good writing. So yeah, the whole weapon series was intriguing to me, helped me turn them around a little bit. But I'm a pretty big slut for redemption arcs. I'm not gonna lie. Like everything going on with Vegeta since the OG days, wow, that's my stuff. Get me in there. And it really sucks not having Embolden at this level. Or Magic Barrier. At least give me something. Here we go. Like, I will say that Red Mage is probably a little more fluid than some of the other jobs when it comes to level sync, but I wouldn't say it's particularly fun. Right? Like, you're still missing some pretty important stuff. Here we go. Like, I don't expect them to give me, like, my full combo or anything like that, but it is kind of spiky in terms of how it works. Like, I would like Embolden at this point. You know, I guess maybe they line it up with when everyone else gets their big team buffs. I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to when everyone gets it. But yeah, that's probably what it is, I would assume. There we go. I mean, overall, yeah. It's probably more fluid than most of the others. Probably better than Dragoon. Now, Dragoon doesn't really get, like, most of their kit. Like, most of the really important stuff until, like, level 70, right? Which is probably why they're going to be doing the rework, you know? Hopefully this group is just blitzing through this. We're gonna get these things down pretty fast. Didn't even see if we had any newbies. Get those extra stones. Like, I don't need a lot. I think it's only like 20. Or like I need Palaka's mistletoe for a couple of the things that I'm making, right? Oh my god, that's on me. That's streamer brain kicking in, right? Yeah, it's Palaka's mistletoe. And I think it's only like 20 tomes of astronomy each. So it's not like it's a lot. But it's just enough to be kind of annoying that I need to run my roulettes and stuff. Here we go. Get caught up. But hey, we did it. We got through just fine. So what are you guys looking forward to? No, like this one feels like one of the better Tombstone events that they've had in a while. Like there's some stuff that have been like legit kind of hard to get. So yeah, I think people are really interested in this one. There's a lot of good stuff this time around. Here we go. We'll call him the Lalafell. Here we go. But then again, I mean, part of it's just because I've been playing so long that a lot of them I already have everything, you know? So it's not like there's a whole lot that I need from any of the Tombstone events. Yeah, there were a couple surprising things this time around. Yeah, I think the Ibex whistle is probably like the big one for me. But I can't remember if I had the other mount that's involved too. I'll have to go check in a second. I'll go look. Yeah, repair. Go ahead and hop into AR here. There we go. Do I want to go to Limsa or let's just go to Ul'dah. Let's go hang. When we're waiting in queue, I guess there's worse places to be than the quicksand. Well, depending on your mindset, I guess. But I haven't hopped in lately. I haven't seen what's going on. Seen how everyone's been. Got our normal welcome crew there. It was a group of mogged up Rogadin for a while. Oh man. Yeah, the Porksy earrings, I don't really need those. Okay, the Magitech Predator was the other one. That was the one that drops from one of the dungeons. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm actually missing a couple of these. Okay. All right, well, we've got some stuff to work on, don't we? Got the Nightmare, I've got the Elbst. Yeah, I don't have the Ixion. Got all the Kamuis. Reveling Kamui, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, just between these two, man, I'm gonna be farming this all the way up to 6.4, huh? Yeah, so we've got until May 23rd to get all of this stuff done. So if you haven't kept up with the news or anything like that, May 23rd is going to be the official day. So that'll be 6.4, not that far. I'm expecting probably another live letter. Oh, the 9th or so, I would assume, whatever 14 days is. But I would assume it would be like around then. And yeah, assuming I'm awake, we'll be doing another live watch along, since the part 2 is always a lot of fun because we've got the trailer and all of that. You know, we want to be able to watch that on stream and enjoy whatever whatever in the world is going on with the story at this point. But yeah, I'm expecting like May 9th. They might do it a week earlier, do it 3 weeks out. It's not super common, but you know, if the trailer's done, then the trailer's done, and yeah, they can show us what they got planned. So despite the long queue, it's still pretty busy in here. It's actually not as busy as it normally is. You know, people out doing content. Usually this little quarter right in front of the innkeep, usually it's pretty hopping, but tonight it's pretty quiet. I think most people are just over in the AFK corner over there, doing whatever it is they do. As much debauchery as I've gotten up to on Balmung, I have never really spent a whole lot of time AFKing in that quarter there, you know. So it is what it is. I'm not the kind of person that's just like, yeah, just send me messages while I AFK and I'll read them and do whatever I do in the morning. I assume that's what happens. I don't really know. You'd have to ask the people doing it. All right, what do we got? Anything good? Hey, there we go. Right off the bat. Good start. Good start, everybody. I'll have most of my full kit. I'm missing a couple of my finishers. Oh, sorry. Be missing a couple finishers, but it shouldn't be too bad. I really, really need to buy Near Replicant. And I really need to finish watching the anime of this, because apparently they kind of flesh out some things that didn't really get explained in the game. Like, I watched a clip on YouTube of 9 and 2B getting into the ocean. It's like, man, this is like a lot of development, right? And this wasn't in the game. Like, this is a moment, right? I definitely like the animation, and Nier Automata is like one of my favorite games of all time. If I ever actually get around to finishing that video about video game writing, that one is definitely going to be like one of the main games that we talk about, right? It's just, man, that's going to be... I can get the script done. That's not a problem. The problem is getting all the footage, because I've got to go through like multiple games to get footage on that one. Now, the other problem here is I don't really remember much about this raid. It has been probably a year since I've done this. I haven't gotten it in any roulettes. Haven't really done a whole lot with it, like going out of my way to get it on purpose, right? So we've got, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I vaguely remember Red Girl. I vaguely remember this one. But not all that well. So we're just gonna have to wing it, you know? Like, I can't remember which of his hand placement does what. There we go. Alright, so spread apart is spread apart. Got it. Then punch is get in the middle. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Alright. I can do this now. That's really the only mechanic you gotta worry about for this boss. He'll throw a few extra things in a little bit later when we got the blocks coming down, but that's easy mode. That's easy stuff. Go. I'm not running meters or anything like that, so I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing. I assume I'm doing fine. Okay. Got to spread apart. Here we go. Spread and then spread. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. We'll be fine. I lost a couple cooldowns there, but whatever. There's 24 of us. They can pick up and pull their weight for once. I am excited, you know, about the new Savage tier and everything. I'm not going to be like world firsting it or anything like that, but I would like to actually like get in and try and get in week 1 and do a little bit while everyone's still learning. You know, I really skipped most of this tier, and I'm really kind of sad that I did that. So, you know, hopefully once the patch comes out, I think they're doing what, like a week after? Go. Yeah, it'll be like a week after this Savage unlocks or whatever. And then, go. Yeah, we'll be fine here. Here we go. But yeah, it unlocks like a week after the patch, right? And yeah, week 1, if you're like me and always have performance anxiety, you know, week 1 is probably the best time to jump into it, because literally no one knows what they're doing, and a lot of the best players are doing it then. So you generally have a pretty decent time getting into learning groups and just kind of doing trial and error with everyone else. So yeah, I want to try and do it this time. You know, work pending. I don't know how things are going. They're changing up my schedule a bit once summer comes around, right? I didn't see who was who. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I'm just kind of like on autopilot right now. Yeah, I want to get in, do some more talking to Reds. Yeah, you know, if you're like me, you know, the performance anxiety is real. So, you know, I know a lot of people talk about it and that kind of thing, but like, you guys know me. I do those Red Mage guides. I aim for 90 plus in pretty much every fight that I do. Even I still get performance anxiety. Playing with randos, being judged. Like, don't ever feel bad about it. It's kind of unavoidable. It's gonna happen. You know, it's one of those things you just kind of got to take the leap and do. But don't feel like you're alone with that kind of thing, right? Like, everyone gets it, even me. And it can be tough to overcome. Not gonna lie. But I think, you know, getting in that first week will make it a little bit easier to overcome that kind of thing. So we'll just have to, you know, see what happens. I make a lot of plans. They don't always fall through. They don't always come through the way that I expect. But, you know, for you guys and for the content, baby, I think it's a little bit easier to do it. With everyone here supporting me and looking at the videos and watching the VODs and that kind of thing. So, you'll give me life. You'll give me the motivation to slap myself into action. Okay. Oh god, he's doing the centerpiece here. We'll just have to here we go. Get out of our way. Do what we can. Oh, flag spike. I don't know what that was. All right. Usually, I don't know. I usually don't have any performance issues in FF. You know, I'll see other people posting on Twitter and in Discords and stuff, and I'm like, I'm fine. Nothing wrong here. Yeah, maybe it's just everyone wants their moggletomes all at once, right? Here we go. Get any of this. A hairpin's kind of nice, but I kind of like. I feel like if I'm gonna get a hairpin, I might as well just get the one from Aglaya. You know? Or Euphrazine. I can't remember which one has the hairpin. I think Euphrazine might be like a circlet, if that's right. Yeah, I think it's like a circlet. But all in all, I feel like we're not doing too bad for not having done this raid in a while. Now this is going to be the test. This one's the test of like, hey, do our tanks know what they're doing? If they do, this is going to be really easy, really fast. If they don't, I'll just have to be a red mage for a little bit. do my normal thing, right? All right, who's going first? Go. I always like doing this one as a bard. It makes me feel like my old Affliction Lock days, doing the tab target constantly and putting on my dots. It's a very fun fight if you got a class that has to do the tab targeting thing. Sage is also like that. Sage is a lot of fun putting your dot on both and constantly moving back and forth. It's kind of why I like the new Alliance raid quite a bit. It's a lot of fun for that kind of thing too. There we go. Oh, nice. I think I'm far enough out, yeah. Go, switch on over. Nice. Alright, so this should go pretty smoothly. Let's see here. But I am excited to get into Homestead Arcana a little bit later this week. I feel like we could probably just use another just kind of chill game. You know, I liked Potion Crafter. It was pretty chill. but I also felt like there wasn't a whole lot of a point to it. Like, I do like games that have some kind of end game, right? Like something that you're working towards. And I didn't really get that in Potion Crafter. You know, I need my projects more than anything else. Like, that's very important to me to always have a project to be working on. Here we go. And we really didn't get this guy down all that much, did we? But Homestead Arcana, from what I've been reading of it, it is like a story game with characters and that kind of thing. So we'll play around with it and see if it works. The other issue is, like, you know, I could always use Game Pass to reinstall like Forza or something like that. I'm out of space. Like, Forza is no joke 100 gigs. I need to do what Ame did and just buy like one of those 12 terabyte hard drives. And there's a lot of things I need to buy, but that would definitely be one of them, right? All right, so what do we got going on here? Here we go. Yeah, I'm scooting out here. We'll be fine right here. You can stay center. Here we go. I don't know if I've got enough time to complete this before they jump out. Probably not. Here we go. Where are they going? Okay. We need to go over this way. If I remember right. See, it's coming back to me. It takes a little bit. Might be slower than others at remembering, but we get there eventually. Oh, crap. Healer's down. Okay. We can get him up. It's not a problem. I'm not worried. Okay. Yeah, how are the other alliances doing? I know that's like the big thing, is to make sure you've got your alliance list up. That's just too much for me. I remember my WoW UI. I don't want to go back to those days. I just do it all by sight. They're laying on the ground. Do they look like a healer? They have a staff next to them. Come on, out of the way. Go. Hey, we made it. We got everyone up. We're fine. Nice. Let's choose one here. Alright. Yeah, so he always puts the shield on whoever has the lowest HP. I know it's kind of odd going over strats and doing like a miniature Talking the Red on an alliance raid from the last expansion. But hey, I don't know. Maybe people are doing this for the first time. But yeah, they always put the shield on whoever has the lowest HP. So make sure you're not targeting them. That's really all it comes down to, more than anything else. Everything else is really not too bad. Pretty easy to figure out overall. If you do attack the person with the shield, you get a really nasty knockback and bleed. So so don't do that. But that's really about the strategy here. It's really not too complicated at all once you know it. It's just, I feel like a lot of people probably have never seen the Ravana shields. Maybe because they've never really done Ravana at the level that he used to get the shields at. I think they exist in the normal mode, but I genuinely can't remember. There we go. So yeah, it's just one of those things that I feel like a lot of people, like, once they know what it does, it's really not too bad. They just haven't seen it enough to really know. There we go. Like, I remember when this raid came out, like, so many people were getting hammered by the shield because they genuinely didn't know. And I feel like that's the first time that I remember seeing, like, people saying, "Oh, hey, I've never seen this before," even though they're known as Ravana shields, right? So yeah, it's one of those things where it's really easy to get into the mindset of like, "Oh, I've seen this, so everyone's seen it, right?" When it comes to like high-end raiders, especially, right? But a lot of people never did the extremes. A lot of those mechanics are literally 7 to 8 years old, and it was in one fight back in the day. So yeah, just be patient if you're doing it this week with some people that have never run these raids. Because, yeah, there will be people that are working their way through Stormblood, and this will be their first time doing the near raids. Maybe they just didn't do the Alliance raids when they were going through Stormblood the first time, right? So yeah, just be patient. Explain the mechanics if there are questions, and yeah, enjoy the extra tomes when they come up. That's really all I can say about it, right? Okay. That's Nanashi Mume. Oh. here I was hopeful. I'm sad that some of the Hollow Stars guys haven't really picked it up again. You know, I know Altair was working through Final Fantasy, got to the end of Shadowbringers, and I don't think he's picked up Endwalker yet. I'd like to see them come back. You know, I did watch their content when they did that. I don't watch content that's WoW related anymore. So yeah, I'd like them to come back to Final Fantasy. Here we go. Come on. Let's just make our way around, I guess. Okay. Go. And one last one. Nice. All right. You go. But yeah, moggletomes are always fun. You know, they do this before every patch, and they always put some nice stuff in it. But I think it's just kind of nice to look at it and go like, hey, it's almost here. Like, we almost have a new patch on the horizon. So even if there's not something like super interesting in the moggletomes that you need, like, it's still easy to get excited for it because of what it means, you know? So, yeah, we're almost there. We're about a month out, right? So keep with it. You know, I know that I haven't been playing this a whole lot lately just because it is kind of, you know, it's a down period. I understand. You know, Final Fantasy's not making the news as much as it was because there's just not as much to do right now unless you're just watching people beat raids that have been out for a couple months now, right? But the time is almost upon us. And, you know, with the new patch, 6.4, you know, not long after that, we've got FanFest coming up. I am sad that I'm not going to be able to make it. You know, I'm not a big enough streamer to get the press passes or anything like that. And, you know, I put myself in for the lottery, didn't get it. And honestly, with the hotel costs and all of that, I think it would have been out of reach anyways. But, you know, I'm still going to be doing the digital FanFest thing and watching online and enjoying that. We'll have some live streams for the, you know, the main announcements and all of that, assuming they still allow co-streaming. Yeah, it's just a good time to get everyone back into the game, get excited. You know, it feels like it's a ways off because it's like July, early July, mid-July, something like that. So it feels like it's really a long time away, right? But like, it's almost May. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. So it'll be here before you know it. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun stuff coming up for the middle of the year once we get around to that. There we go. Myself back here, make some space as best as I can. Take this. Here we go. There we go. Hey, that's right. I can fit it in. It'll fit. Something I've never said in my life. There we go. Alright, I gotta, sorry, I'm just like getting into the zone here because I do actually have to kind of pay attention to this fight. Like, this is probably the hardest fight of the raid, and I genuinely don't remember a whole lot about it. So I'm just like trying to do my best here. Okay. Here we go, unless it pulls me in. Nah, we're good, we're good. I'm gonna get one of the AoEs. Yes. Here we go. Alright, get over here, guys. Yeah, you can see we've got a few people here that haven't done this one yet. I don't think I saw the notice at the very beginning about whether we've got newcomers. But just from the way people are moving, you can kind of tell. There we go. Now, once we get to the bullet hell section, gotta remember which is which on that. Okay. I feel like I'm doing pretty good here. I feel like I'm getting some good uptime. Haven't really missed a whole lot. Go. Okay. We haven't gotten to the chains yet. Chains is where it's going to start getting really wild, right? Go. I've got enough time here, I think. Let's go. See, that's the trickiest part with doing these old raids, is I don't remember any of my timing. Like, Red Mage is pretty important to get your timing down. To make sure you can fit your full combo in. Like, it's a long combo, right? And it's very easy to start doing it right before a phase transition like this one. And yeah, these old raids, I used to have my timing down perfectly, and I can't remember most of it. I mean, it's not like it's super important content at this point. Like, we're not going to be decimated or anything like that here. Like, nothing here is so important that we can't get it done, right? There we go. Okay. I think we got this. We'll be fine. Yeah. There we I still remember seeing this for the first time in the game. It's like, holy shit, they actually did it. Was I streaming that time? I can't remember. It's very hard for me to remember what I've done on stream and what I haven't. Because I can't remember if this was before I even knew what I was doing streaming in terms of like bitrate and all of that. I know I streamed this second one, and people made fun of me because I didn't know all of the Nier music, right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. But I can't remember if I streamed this one live or not. There we go, but I remember having a lot of fun with it. Oh. Alright, thankfully the last boss isn't too bad. I always remember people dying a ton on the last boss, but I always felt like that one was like one of the easier ones. Like, people died a ton to the towers that collapse, and that I never understood. I don't know, that was never... Oh, I actually did get the chains there. That's on me. That's me having streamer brain, right? But, yeah, I remember everyone having issues with the towers that fall. I'm just like, look at which way they're slanting. It's really not... It wasn't too bad. Here we go. But, you know, everyone's different at different things. I'm sure there are a lot of crafter mains out there that are just horrified at my melds, right? It is what it is. You just gotta find what you're good at, I guess. There There we go. Fine here. And this one's always kind of tricky to me. I always feel like I'm running around a lot. I lose a little bit of time here. Not that it matters at this point, because I've already died once. Over here. Here we go. Oh, there we go. There it is. That's alright. We got enough people up, they'll be able to get us all up. Oh. What happens when you try and stream at the same time? Here I was saying I was going to concentrate, and we see how that worked out. Never try, kids. That's the lesson. But in the bare minimum effort, you need to. They'll be able to get it. It's only 5%. It's fine. Maybe. We'll see if anyone goes down to the girls here. This is where it gets really wild. Oh no. They'll be fine. We'll go ahead and res. Wait for them to hit the old access point. Nice, nice. Last one won't be too bad. I remember most of the last one. Maybe the train section might be a little tricky to me. They're spitting out all their stuff. I just gotta wait for the chat message to say, hey, access point activated. There we go. Hey, we did it. Not the best run I've ever done on stream. We still got the mini boss to go through. It'll give me a chance to get up and running with my mana again. Right. So I have finally started catching up on some anime too. I didn't realize that this season was G-Witch Part 2 and Demon Slayer. So that's what I've been catching up on. Man, I'm not gonna spoil it, but G-Witch this week got real. Like, way more real than I expected them to go. And then I remembered, oh wait, this is a Gundam show. Of course it's gonna go there. I do have to wonder, for people that have never watched a Gundam show, that's fine. What they thought of this week, you know? Cause yeah, it definitely got wild. Okay. Coming up. Come on. All right. Okay. Let me actually pay attention this time. Here we go. Not popped with another Vold stack. I have a rep to maintain. Okay, here we go again. Oh man, every time. There we go, there we go. Oh no, not the balls. Okay, there we go. What do we got coming up here? I think it's just the big raid whites, right? Yeah, we get 2 big raid whites here. Yeah. There we go. Go ahead and switch over to the next one. No balls in my face. Raid wide. I'll go ahead and save my mana for kicking off the next round. We'll be fine. I feel like people tend to remember the last bosses of these raids a little bit better than they do the earlier ones. I think probably just because they end up coming into the later bosses a lot. I remember that's what happened with, you know, Orbon Monastery, is like everyone would start dropping a TG Sid. Everyone started dropping. So if you were coming into a group, more than likely you wouldn't see the first two bosses. You'd be backfilling for the second two. So by the end of that first month or so, everyone knew TG Sid and Ultima. Not so much the first two bosses. So that was an interesting time. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. I want to believe. All right, do we go all out at the beginning? I suppose so. The sooner we get her to phase, the better. Yeah, I don't think anyone's watching the cutscene or anything like that at this point. Maybe like one or two people there. Okay, come on. Maybe we do have a couple watching. Looks like we got one. All right. Well, more tomes for everybody. Here we go. Nice, nice. Good start, everybody. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the groove. Let's go. Yeah, I gotta remember if it was get away from where it turns or not. Yeah. Here we go. Go the learning phase. That's fine. I'm getting a little lag. Little input lag. It's not a ton. I think it's more on Final Fantasy servers in mine, but it is what it is. We'll make do. Boom. I see, there it goes. Hopefully the servers don't die on us. There you go. I did lose a couple cooldowns there. Not a big deal, but enough to make me annoyed. Go. Alright. I feel like we're doing alright, though. I feel like we're getting her down at a nice clip. Go. What is it? Is it 40% that she transitions? I think it's 40. I don't remember. Somewhere around there. 40, 41-ish. Might even be 60-ish. I feel like we're getting pretty close. I remember needing to hang on to my melee here. Save it for when it comes up again in a second. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pull up our mana for the next round. What are... there. Okay. There we go. We'll just burn it all at once at the next round. We'll be fine. There we go. There's Eminence. Perfect. Okay, so it's like 40, 48-ish. Got it. Now we remember. Oh, man. I am really not going to look forward to working today. Thing is, like, I always have, like... I work the 2 days, and then I've got, like, 5 days off, right? So I always feel like I've forgotten everything every time I step into work. I mean, I'm not complaining. It gives me more time to do stuff with you guys. It's just, More that I've got to deal with. Oh. Here we go. Alright, where's the building? Where's old Square Enix? Get over here. I know it's like the complete opposite corner, but you know, it's fine. I'm not worried about my uptime on this fight, right? There we go. Other than just helping us get out of here sooner. Get my tomes. What do we got here? Nice. Yeah, it's when she starts doing the crazy black and white drop at the same time as the bubbles. That's always been like the one section that will get me here, so I'm kind of worried about it, especially since I haven't done it in a while. And really, I haven't played Final Fantasy XIV in a while. You know, playing FF7 and all of these other games on stream, really, I've just been using a controller for so long. Like, I hopped into this for the first time in a while the other night. I was like, wow, my wrist is actually sore. This has not happened in a while. You know, thankfully, like right now, I'm back to it. You know, I'm back in the old groove. Doesn't take long to get back into it. But yeah, switching between the controller and then the keyboard stuff, it can get kind of tricky jumping back into this after a couple months of like really playing it, you know? Okay, get out of the way. Nice. I feel like this fight is also, like, before I really started paying attention to the new arrows that are on the boss reticule. But this is definitely a nice one to kind of get used to him, because you will use him for the spread in the stack, right? Okay. Nice. And who knows, if we're holding at this pace, as long as we don't have too many drop, we might even be able to get her down before she gets to that next section. I don't know how it's tuned these days with everyone's new gear and all of that. I know it's supposedly level synced, but you know, obviously there's a little bit that goes into it, all right? Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think people get tricked up here looking at the shadows instead of the actual, like, bunker, right? Here we go. It's kind of like that with that one boss, the bat, that does the miniature towers, the smaller ones. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this. I think we can do it. I want to believe. It's just, yeah, it's a lot to keep track of during this section. Go. Go. Like, it wouldn't be so bad, but if the rings do pop you, they kind of hurt. Can't lie, they're kind of spicy. Here we go. But we got through it. We made it. And get out of the way. They just keep coming. They don't stop coming. They don't stop coming. Okay, we're gonna get up here. I'm a little close there. Here we go. But hey, we did it. All right, and got a healer down. Okay, they've got a res going out. We're almost done with her though. We've got this. Yeah, just stay where we're at. Don't forget the rings coming down. There we go. All right. Nice, nice. Not bad. We made it just fine. That's, how many tombstones? 7? 8? Quite a few. Nice, nice. Oh, I still don't have 9S. That's interesting. We'll roll for them, I guess. Have everything else. Almost everything else. Wow, I'm really missing a lot here, aren't I? Huh. Okay, well. As well then. Why not? And calm. We'll calm our healer, so I'll calm the cat. Here we go. All right, so we did it. Not bad, not bad. It went pretty smoothly. Got two of the 7 tome things done. And a roulette no less. So I got some bonus stuff to go with it. Which I'm pretty happy about. I needed some of that. I'm trying to I want my crafting melts to be better than they are. And it hasn't been working out so far because they're so expensive. So some of these smaller things will help out a lot. Hey, nice. All right, but I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna attempt badly to nap for a few hours before I go in. I'll go in till 10. It's like 10 to 4 today. So yeah, 6 hour. I get a lunch, which is nice. But it's like just long enough that it's like, I woke up at 11 o'clock last night. I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to just burn through it, right? That'll be awake for what, 14 hours? Longer than I really planned. But who knows? We'll we'll see. But needless to say, no stream tonight or anything like that. We'll be back for sure on Wednesday. I don't know what yet, because I do really want to play Homestead Arcana and just give it a shot. You know, I like playing new games. I like trying out different stuff. Trying things that maybe just kind of caught my eye, that maybe are flying under the radar a little bit. But yeah, we'll do that and probably be back with some more FF7, a little more FF14, that kind of thing. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Like, I really do appreciate it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's early morning. No one's really online or watching or anything like that. But, you know, sometimes the small crowds here can help out. And just give me something to do and make me feel like I'm not just, like, wasting my life away staying up overnight, not getting anything done. So I do appreciate it. It gives me company at these overnight hours, even if it's a smaller crowd, right? But without any further ado, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. So thank you very much. You all take care. Enjoy the start to your week. Bye bye.